For commanding 30 step for stationary drill, it's important that when you fall in your flight, they align to you, you don't align to them. If your flight is not aligned to you, I suggest falling them in again and to make sure that they get it right. Make sure that you, the commander, are centered to the middle file. Next, for open ranks, what the commander does is you are at attention, you about face, and the amount of steps you take is the amount of elements that there are minus 1. Once you take those amount of steps, you halt, do an about face, you call open ranks. Your flight is going to do an immediate dress right dress. Make sure they're looking over the right shoulder and make sure they have the right arm up. You can check ranks if you want. What this means is marching to where the element leader is and checking over the alignment of every element. Once you finish that, march back to where the commander position is. For close ranks, all you just do is call close ranks march, and the flight should know what to do. For parade rest, you call parade rest, you do it with the flight, but to get the flight out of parade rest, make sure you call all of your commands at attention. So the whole flight will be at parade rest. You go to attention and call flight attention, hut, and they will all follow. For present arms, same thing as parade rest. You do it with the flight, put your arm down, and then call order arms. For left, right, and about face, make sure that you are mirroring the flight. This is super important because you want to make sure that everyone is facing the same way. For close and extend march, make sure you're calling cadence same as you would for left and right step. Make sure that you're taking the amount of steps you need to make sure you keep that middle alignment with your flight. So that means if you're aligned, let's say there's 3 files and you're aligned to the middle file, make sure that you're also taking 2 steps with them. If you're gonna call dress right dress, make sure you specifically say at close interval, dress right dress. Your flight will do this. You don't have to do anything. The command to get out of it is ready front. For extend march, call extend march, use the same cadence you would for left and right face, and again, make sure you're taking the amount of steps that the person in the middle file is. For eyes right, the flight should be in column formation with the element leaders in the front. You're gonna call eyes right. The flight is gonna all turn their heads 45 degrees to the right unless they're base element. Your job as the commander is, when you're looking to the right, put your arm up for a salute. The expectation is that the inspector or whoever is evaluating you for the 30-step drill card is going to salute you back, just how you salute on a Monday in uniform. Do not drop your salute until they salute you first. After that, you should still be looking to the side, and then you call ready, front, and that's when everyone's head turns back. For left and right step, make sure that you are still mirroring the flight. So if you call right step, march, the commander is technically moving to the left, so make sure that you and the flight are going in the same direction. For calling cadence, the cadence is hop, 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 2, 3, 4. Make sure every time you call hop, your feet are open as shoulder width apart. And for halting the flight at left and right step, make sure you call flight, halt when the legs are together. Depending on what the context of 30 step is, could be RO day, could be your staff sergeant drill card, please look at the specific report-in. For actual report-in procedures, you will put your flight at present arms. Everyone is saluting, including you. Put it down and about face. If the inspector is not directly behind you, you can do a mini left or right face to make sure you're facing them. Then put your arm back up, say the report-in. They're gonna do something along the lines of also saluting and saying something like proceed, go ahead, carry on, something like that. And that's your cue to put your arm down, about face, or do, again, the mini faces if you need. You should still be facing the flight after this, and then at attention, make sure you call order arms. Make sure that your sound off is consistent for all of 30 step. I know a lot of struggles that people have their first time commanding is they tend to get a lot more quiet as it goes on. Make sure you're keeping a steady sound off. Make sure that you have a manageable cadence. Again, a lot of the times when it's someone's first time commanding, they have a really slow or a really fast cadence. I suggest you practice by yourself or with a friend, and they can tell you, I think this is good, or I think it's too fast or too slow. Make sure when you're calling commands, if you are not in inline or inverse inline formation, you turn your head 45 degrees to the right to look to the flight. Commands that do this would be columns, eyes right, etc.